Live from the Darien Ice House in Darien, Connecticut, it's Varsity Boys Hockey on the DAF Media Network. This afternoon, it's the Darien Blue Wave taking on the Xavier Falcons. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrew. So glad you could be with us for this DAF Media live stream of high school varsity boys ice hockey. Joining me, as he so often does on the broadcast, back from a little fun in the sun down south, is Bill Kirby. And Mr. Kirby, this should be an entertaining game. Darien coming off a big offensive output against Notre Dame-West Haven in what was a game that was very fun to watch the other night up at Bennett Rink in West Haven, taking on a Xavier team that comes in 1-5, but they have played a brutal early season schedule, and we are underway here at the Darien Ice House.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Damien. Nice to be back in Fairfield County. I did manage to catch that game on my way home from Florida the other day, and I think Coach Bud was very happy with the offense. Probably would have preferred they not give up 4, but I think overall pleased with the effort for sure. Well,
you know, he told me coming into that one that he was looking for some offense. And after the game, he comes up to me. I said, boy, you got the offense you wanted. He goes, yeah, but now we got to work on the defense, to your point.
It takes a while. I mean, this is a young squad out here, and it takes a while to put all the pieces together. Sorry, we're up.
And that's a Darien goal right off the bat early on.
Well, you know, as the old adage goes, good things happen when you throw pucks at the net. And that's, as a matter of fact, that was one of the last things the coaches were talking about yesterday at practice. So I think the boys were actually listening at that time.
And I believe that was Erickson on the doorstep, Bill?
I couldn't tell if it was tipped or not. Let's see what the refs say. We'll get the announcement here in a second. It came from the point, and again, the goalie was clearly screened. He did not see that shot, but again, just talking about getting pucks to the net.
So it was, in fact, Sam Erickson who deflects it in.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who got the assist, but Erickson gets credit for the goal. Well, you know, it's funny. I was again talking at practice yesterday with Kyle, as a matter of fact, and talking about your alma mater, how they they lead the country in scoring. They also lead the country in shots on goal per game.
Yeah.
You know, they're averaging just a little over 5 goals a game, and I think they're averaging close to 46 or 47 shots. So, you know, I was watching them play last night. As a matter of fact, they were on TV against Minnesota, and they shoot the puck from any and everywhere.
I watched it as well. We're talking about the Penn State Nittany Lions. Stoppage here on an icing, 13-18 remaining in the first period, just underway, and Darien finds itself with a 1-goal lead here.
Yeah. Sorry, new setup in the studio here. We're
trying something a little new for you, yeah.
Adjusting a few things. So again, to my point though, you know, there's no such thing as a bad shot, and you know, conversely, I don't know if you're watching any hockey earlier than that. I was watching the Russia-U.S. World Junior Championship semifinal game.
That was on the NHL Network.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we'll be rushing out of here to catch the final tonight. But you know, the Russians almost don't shoot enough, in my opinion, and you know, they're so clever with the puck, but they really look for the perfect opportunity to score. And you know, I think if they had their druthers, they probably would have let a few more go at Primo last night, although he was excellent, stopping 34-35. You know, they really kind of overhandle the puck and don't shoot enough, in my opinion. So kind of the opposite approach to what Coach Godowski's doing in State College.
Darien in the home white sweaters with the blue pants. Xavier in the black sweaters and white numbers. Xavier moving from right to left on your screen. Darien moving from left to right. Again, an early goal on a deflection by the sophomore Sam Erickson, who adds to his goal total on the young season. Darien is coached, of course, by Mac Budd. Xavier is coached by Nick Costanzo in his first year as Xavier's head coach. and had a chance to meet him before the game. Terrific guy, excited about the prospects for the future. And the one thing I think we already know about Coach Costanzo, he's going to schedule a tough schedule, similar kind of the philosophy that Mac Budd goes by, and then
the
schedule
thing I think with Xavier is they're playing a much smaller conference than the FCX, so they have a lot more latitude, as does Fairfield Prep, as does Notre Dame-West Haven, Notre Dame Fairfield. You know, Mac doesn't have a lot of latitude with 14, or maybe it's, I guess there's 11 conference games or 12 conference games. So he has a little bit of latitude, but plays Prep twice, usually played Notre Dame-West Haven twice, so we can't quite get out of state as much. But yeah, they've played a great schedule so far. Pope Francis, one of the best teams in.
And that's another Darien goal in front.
Nice work down low there. Moore buried that one. Quick release.
As we take another look at it.
All right, got the replay. Nice. But yeah, they've played a great schedule out of the gate here. I think Bishop Fenwick, Catholic Memorial, and Malden Catholic, you know, 3 of those teams, as well as Ridgefield and Hamden. Yeah, I know Mac was concerned about this coming in too. He thought these guys were going to be very desperate, and yeah, it's a long bus ride down here. Middletown's not around the corner by any stretch. Obviously, it's a lousy day out, so I'm sure they allowed extra time. And may have bus legs, you know, out of the gate here.
And Coach Costanzo calls a timeout, talking to his team. You mentioned their schedule.
Yeah, I looked at it earlier today, and I, quite frankly, was shocked.
And Jamison Moore did not play the last time out, and he finds a goal in his return to the ice. So, a couple of sophomores. Moore.
Well, they've certainly paced the offense out of the gate here. That line's been nothing short of terrific, particularly given that they're all sophomores across the board and not taking them much time to get adjusted. You know, what Mac's going to want and need is, you know, a little more balance. McDermott had a hat trick the other night, so that's certainly a step in the right direction. CJ Hathaway had a nice game. Need to get a couple other kids on track and, you know, spread out the scoring a bit.
You know, it's funny. That was a fun and entertaining game to watch up at Bennett Rink against Notre Dame-West Haven as CJ Hathaway gets it to McDermott. Nice move. And he really showed he had the hat trick, did McDermott. And boy, he is so good with the puck.
Yeah, well, we've talked about it before. I mean, Bennett's got great hands. There's no secret that he moves well. Obviously, a little undersized, but he's, you know, he's very shifty and tough to play against. And he's certainly, you know, plays pretty fearlessly. He's not afraid to go in the corner and dig out the puck. And, you know, you do a move like that, a little toe drag, oftentimes you'll find yourself on the ice staring at the ceiling. So, you know, but he's, you know, and again, I think a player like Bennett, he gets a couple going, he's going to find his confidence going up. He's going to get more looks and score more goals. So that's great. You know, we'll get Swiggett going here, hopefully, and Picorni, Hathaway, and again, start to see a little more balance. It makes it, you know, much tougher to plan when you've got, oh, give it to him.
And that's covered up.
Missed opportunity there. We had
by Jake
Dyer coming right in, wide open.
Jake Wozniak, the senior goalie for Xavier, gets the start between the pipes. And a face-off in the Xavier zone here. And Wozniak makes another stop there.
Well, so if you're Darien, I think this is exactly the start you wanted. Get these guys back on their heels a bit. You know, we're out shooting them 6-0 here out of the gate. You know, Feifel's probably getting a little lonely down here, but I'm sure Mac's not disappointed about that. You know, I think Mac felt, looking back at that Notre Dame-West Haven game, coming off the Greenwich loss, I think that was an important game. They needed to bounce back and play well, and they did. And I think more than anything else, I think he was happy with the pace of that game. We were talking about it, both kind of agreed that they hadn't skated with the same pace since the LaSalle game. you know, first game of the season, they really had their legs moving and hadn't quite moved with that same pace subsequent to that until the Notre Dame-West Haven game. So, you know, again, they're young. It's a feeling out process, and Darien's going to go on the power play here. That's a slash on Xavier.
So first power play opportunity of the afternoon for the Darien Blue Wave. Already up 2 goals. Want to apologize. Our clock is working. Our scoreboard not working at the bottom of your screen. So it is 2-0 Darien here at home. They'll be on the power play for the next 2 minutes on a slashing penalty taken by Xavier. 9:25 remaining in the first period. A great atmosphere here this afternoon inside the Darien Ice House. Here's Gregory, the blue line.
Darien's trying to set up a 1-3-1 here with Gregory running at point.
Gregory threw it on net, but a nice job defensively by the Xavier Falcons.
That was a great shot by Gregory. Exactly what you want. Low on the ice. Hard, looking for a tip. Unfortunately, none of the Wave players could get there.
McDermott, cross-ice pass to Gregory, lets one fly, and a stop by Wozniak.
Kid's earned his pay tonight.
Wozniak, a senior goaltender for the Xavier Falcons. Darien with a turnover there in their defensive zone. They get it back.
Yeah, the Darien forwards have to come back a little deeper there. They're hanging. Nice pass by Erickson there. The D-man was a little lazy getting in the zone. No reason that should have come out of the zone there.
You and I were talking before this one about that state semifinal matchup in 2015 between these two programs. Darien beat Xavier 3-1 in the state semis en route to a state championship. Of course, went on and beat Greenwich 1-0 in the state finals that year. This is a Xavier program that's had success in recent years. No state titles in program history, but they have made runs in the state tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I would say in the last 5 years they've been as consistent as anyone. I mean, they don't have any hardware to show for it, but they're good. I mean, and I would argue I took in that 2015 state semi, and that game could have gone either way. I think I was certainly happy when it was over with the White walking away with a win there. They had a player on that team, David Peacock, arguably one of the best players in the state. Really nice player, small, fast, and every time he touched the puck, he had the potential to score. So that was a nice win by the Wave, but that was a very good Xavier team.
Well, they lost last year in the D1 state semifinals to Greenwich 3-2 in overtime. As we have an icing call here, 7:03 remaining in the first period, 2-0 Blue Wave.
Yeah, so they've been there 2 out of the last 3 years, and that's just not easy to do. You know, when you talk about Greenwich, New Canaan, Ridgefield, Notre Dame-West Haven, Notre Dame-Fairfield, Prep, obviously Darien in the mix, Northwest Catholic's good. I mean, you know, there's 10 solid programs that on any given year, you know, can really put out a solid program. I'm sure I'm forgetting 1 or 2 in that mix as well, but Xavier's doing a nice job.
And they were the 3 seed in both of those years. There's the puck into the neutral zone and tracked down by Cole Branca. We're back to even strength here as Xavier able to kill off that power play.
Yeah, Darien that was a good power play. A couple looks. They failed on one clear, but
fresh legs on the ice for both teams. 6:24 left in the first period. Damian Andrew alongside Bill Kirby. So glad you could be with us. Happy New Year as we're getting back into the swing of things here after a nice holiday break. Hope everybody enjoyed the holidays.
Well, I have to say the weather was unseasonably warm down in Vero Beach. It was crazy nice.
That's great that you were able to get down there and relax a little bit. Here comes Xavier now as they try to attack on offense.
A couple Darien hockey families down there. The couple Perdicones were there, the McDermotts were there, Mullins were there, so it didn't feel like I was too far from home.
And another stoppage here in play. Xavier opened up the season against an FCAC opponent in Ridgefield, lost that one 4-1, and now they're here playing their second FCAC opponent of the season here at the Darien Ice House in Darien. Again, it's 2-0 Darien. I know at the bottom of our screen, our scoreboard not working. We're going to try to correct that in between periods. But it is 2-0 Darien as the Blue Wave jumped down Xavier early.
Yeah, it was a nice start tonight by the Wave for sure.
Here's McDermott with the puck. We are under 5 minutes now remaining. And a little back and forth here between these two. Line change for the Blue Wave. There's Erickson with the puck, and a nice defensive effort that time by Tom Lynch, the sophomore D for Xavier. Erickson in the middle.
Good idea there, throwing it in front from the goal line.
Trevor Early, the senior forward, brings it into
moves well. He's got a great stride.
Yep. Darien looks to clear it, and they do just that. Xavier now looks to get it out of their zone. Dumped back in by Luke Johnston, the sophomore. Number of sophomores on this Darien team, Bill, that are getting valuable ice time, including that first line, as you have alluded to a couple of times this season.
Good look there from behind the Xavier cage. Pokorny tried to bury it, couldn't quite get it past the defenseman though. Yeah, no, they played great, as I said. And really, you know, I think we talked about it in one of the early broadcasts. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
And we're going to have a penalty here.
Looks like day leader's going off for interference. Yeah, the Xavier player didn't have the puck there. That's a good call.
Day leader will head to the penalty box. 3:17 remaining in the first period. 2-0 Blue Wave. So a man advantage here for the Xavier Falcons. We'll see if they can generate anything on the power play. Face off in their offensive zone, an interference penalty on day leader. And Gregory just dumps that into the Xavier zone.
Yeah, if you're the Wave, you'd love to kill this off and you know, get into that last minute with a 2-goal lead still.
Head to the locker room, up 2 goals would certainly be a nice feeling.
Yep, absolutely.
Puck
yeah, they've played well, deserve everything they've gotten so far. Nice quick change there, 40-second shift. That's just what you want. something 30, 35, 40 seconds, get some new legs out there. Ooh.
And a nice glove save by Henry Feifel. Feifel had the night off the last time out, did not play against Notre Dame-West Haven. Got a little bit of a breather as the freshman Chris Schofield was between the pipes, and Bill did a nice job against the Notre Dame-West Haven Green Knights.
I know Mac was pleased. He said I was kind of multitasking on my way back north, so I couldn't watch too closely, but you know, win's a win. It's nice to get in the pipes and get that first one out of the way, so good for him. And I know the coaches have high hopes for his future.
Here comes Xavier now, attacking.
You know, Xavier just registered their first shot here with, you know, just over 2 minutes left in the period.
And a nice save by Feifel on the shot by Chase Maxwell, the senior forward, part of that Xavier first line. 1:44 remaining in the first period. Gregory back on the ice. Albert Leon.
Yeah, we'll play 4-on-4 here, so the Wave will open up with a little bit of a power play. They'll finish off the period with minute 20 odd and have a little bit left if they don't score. It's the second offensive zone slashing that
Xavier's
taken. Yeah, which you'd hate to take offensive zone penalties. I'm sure Coach Costanza's not going to be happy about that. It's just really poor discipline and really something you just don't want to do.
So 4-on-4 hockey for the next 7 seconds. 2-0 Darien. Puck up against the boards.
All right, Wave go to the power play here for 1:17. Wave having trouble getting a handle on it here.
Here comes Gregory as he carries it into the neutral zone across center ice. Gregory.
Oh, nice move.
Couldn't quite get off a shot, but a nice move.
Yeah, lost the handle on it there. Still got it. All right, he's got to be exhausted.
Luke Lappy with the puck in the corner, being defended by Gregory. And it's picked up by C.J. Hathaway. .22 seconds remaining in the first period. 2-0 Blue Wave.
Gregory's got to be gassed.
We're under 10 seconds now remaining in the period. Hathaway up ahead to Erickson. Just ran out of time. And that'll do it for the first period as Darien, impressive start for the Blue Wave. Coming off that 6-4 win over Notre Dame-West Haven. They lead 2-0 here against Xavier after the first period. We will take a break and we'll be back with more live hockey on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Again, Darien leads 2-0 after the first. We are back here live on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Damian Andrew alongside Bill Kirby. So glad you could be with us for this live stream of varsity boys ice hockey. Darien taking on Xavier. And after the first period, we're about ready to start the second period. It's 2-0 Darien. Darien in the home whites. Xavier in the black sweaters with the black pants and the white numbers. We are underway here in the second period. And Darien will be moving from right to left on your screen. Xavier from left to right. So if you're Xavier head coach Nick Costanzo, Bill, what do you think you said to your team in between periods?
Just settle down a little bit. Just play your game. I mean, given who they played against so far, clearly that's not, very capable of skating with Darien and settling down. But they just need to play a little harder and get some pucks to the net. So, keep it simple and, let's not. For them, the next goal is important. They go down 3-0. They got their hands full on the road. 2-1, you're back in the game. So, take it simple, short 5-minute segments and try and win the first 5 minutes and go from there.
And certainly if you're Darien head coach Mac Budd, you had to be pleased with that first period from a defensive standpoint as well as an offensive standpoint. Better communication in the defensive zone. That was something that he stressed after the Notre Dame-West Haven game.
That was a solid period for sure. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. I got Notre Dame, Michigan over in the corner here on the little screen.
No worries at all. A great atmosphere here. This place always packed. It's a small barn to begin with, but always a great atmosphere when it's full, and it is full this afternoon.
No, it's a nice crowd. The parents are taking up their two sections. You've got some Xavier fans on the far side and certainly a nice Darien student section tonight, which is great.
There's Bennett
great for
McDermott.
The kids to play in front of a full house. This place can get pretty loud for a small barn. Good low to high there by Hathaway. Couldn't quite tell if that was Johnson or Bronca on the point, but couldn't get the puck to net, unfortunately.
Albert Leon.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 25 or 6. I may need to see the optometrist soon.
We're just underway here in the second period. 2-0 Blue Wave. Fight for the puck in the corner here. And it scoots into the neutral zone where it's picked up by Luke Johnston as puck in front of the Darien goal, and that is a goal for Xavier. As Stuart Gurnwell, number 19, found himself with a loose puck in front of the Darien cage, and he puts it in the back of the net. So Gurnwell scores, and just like that, the Xavier Falcons back in this one.
Yeah, tough turnover for Darien there. We coughed the puck up in the neutral zone, kind of at our own blue line, and he picked it up and walked in on Feifel, and not much you could do about that. Turning the puck over on either blue line it generally leads to some good scoring chances, and it certainly did there, and Xavier took advantage of it. So
Gurnell, Stuart Gurnell, the senior forward for Xavier, pulls the Falcons within a goal.
Yeah, that's big because they, that's only their third shot on goal by my count, and to be down only 2-1 after being outshot 9 or 10-2 in the first period.
And we do have our scoreboard working properly here on your live stream. It is 2-1 Darien. So
there you go. Patience is a virtue there.
Xavier Falcons strike first here in this second period. Nate McDevitt with the puck for Xavier. Ryan Drust over to Tom Lynch. Up ahead to Chase Maxwell. McDevitt throws it on net. And we're going to have a penalty here. Believe it was a slashing penalty, right, Bill?
I couldn't tell if it was a high stick or a slash. Looks like Moore's going off. There's a slash. Oh, we got 2 and a trip. Wow. So we got a 5-on-3 here.
So it's a 5-on-3 power play for the Xavier Falcons after Darien takes 2 penalties.
That's rough.
So
great opportunity here for Xavier to.
Big opportunity for Nick Costanzo's Xavier Falcons here. They already have an early goal in this one. Now they're going to go on the power play, 5-on-3, as Darien takes 2 penalties, 11:13 remaining in the second period. So we're just minutes into this second period, and Xavier has a chance to score the equalizer.
Well, you know, this is something that you generally don't practice a lot. You just don't see many 5-on-3s. So, you know, you work on it offensively, but not defensively. So I'll be curious to see how Darien does with the triangle here.
There's Tom Lynch across center ice.
Xavier's a little sloppy with a puck here, trying to set it up.
Darien's
letting him get away with it, though.
Darien just looking to get this puck out of their zone. Along the boards here, Gregory fights for it with Trevor Early. Centering pass there by Nick Leclerc, and here's Darien going the other way. Hathaway
drew a penalty there, got a slash in the neutral zone, so be back to 5-on-4, 4-on-3 actually. Yeah, Darien got a little lucky there. I mean, Xavier had the puck in the zone for almost over a minute and didn't get a shot on goal. They just couldn't quite set it up.
So we'll have a face-off here in the Xavier defensive zone. And it's going to be 4-on-3 for the next 56 seconds.
Yeah, this is big. Darien can get through this next 50 seconds here. And then you go up to, you'll have a minute power play yourself, so.
There's Lappy over to Jonathan Ford.
Yeah.
McDevitt back to Jonathan Ford, and that is a goal on the shot from the blue line. And we are all tied at 2. 9:48 remaining.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. 2 shots and 2 goals in this period. You know, I didn't like the way Darien rotate. They didn't really rotate the triangle there. They just kind of stayed in it, which is not the way you defend when you're down a couple men there.
And we're going to take another look on it right here. Jonathan Ford, Brendan Buckley gets the assist, but it was Ford from the blue line. McDevitt and Buckley credited with the assists on the Ford goal. He just got off a nice shot from the point.
Yeah,
there,
Feifel
Bill.
didn't see it. Again, I would have liked to seen him move a little better out of that stiff triangle. I like to slide across and keep it moving. But as I said, you typically don't work on that kind of stuff, whether it's 5-on-3 or 4-on-3. That's not something they've spent much time on. I'm positive of it.
Hathaway takes a swing at the puck. Gregory now.
I mean, you know, now all of a sudden we're over 6 minutes in, and Darien has not had a shot on goal.
Yeah.
So it's almost exact. You know, not that we've given up many, but
it's a tale of two periods right now.
Yeah, totally.
Bill Kirby.
I mean, it seemed like they thought they had the game won. They've kind of come out flat here and missed the net twice there and tight.
Swigert had 2 attempts, couldn't push it in. McDermott.
Nice play by Bennett there. Swigert had a couple good looks there, couldn't quite get it off.
And Swigert again in front. Xavier has a new goalie in the game now here in the second period. It's Kellen Bouton. And the shot by the and
Gregory had a good look there. That hits the net. It's in. It's too bad.
now, Bill Kirby, let me ask you something for my edification here. That's not considered a shot by Gregory, or it is?
No. I mean, he took a shot. He missed the net, so it's not a shot on goal.
Yeah, it's not an official shot on goal.
Official shot on goal is either saved by the goalie or a goal.
In
You
between
hit
the
the crossbar or a pipe, it's not counted as a shot on goal.
Yep. Darien student section getting into it, as we'll have a face-off here in the Xavier zone. We're back to even strength here, in case you're wondering. Stein behind the cage.
Darien's got to bear down a little bit here. They just had 2 sloppy turnovers. All of a sudden, it seems like they've stopped skating.
There's Sam Erickson. Tries to get it to Bradley, but a nice defensive effort that time by Xavier. Line changes for both teams here. 7:25 remaining in the second period. 2-2.
Well, I wish I wasn't as impression is. I ended up being that third goal was huge. It unfortunately went the wrong way, and now we're in a tie game here.
Trevor Early brings it out, and
another Darien penalty
we're
here.
going to have a Darien penalty.
Johnston's going off for interference, I suspect. Yeah.
6:59, and that is in fact what it is, as Luke Johnston will head to the penalty box on an interference call. So Xavier goes back on the power play now for the next 2 minutes, and the Falcons have had some opportunities in this second period, and they've been able to capitalize on them. Actually, it's the penalties on Leon, according to the public address.
Huh.
I thought it was on Johnston too.
Yeah, it's a 6 and an 8 from here. These sweaters get tucked in. It's tough to tell if that's a 6 or an 8. My apologies to Mr. Johnston. Leon's in the box for interference.
Luke Lappy
just whistled one wide there.
Dumps it back into the Darien zone, and Xavier's power play unit will go back to work here.
That's a big kill for Darien.
Nice stop by Feifel. And a minute remaining now on the Xavier power play, as Darien looks to kill it off. So far, so good for the Blue Wave. Here comes Jonathan Ford, who had that first goal.
All right, 36 seconds left. We got an icing there, so we'll get one more crack at it if they can get control and get it down.
36 seconds remaining on the Xavier power play. We'll have a offensive zone faceoff here for Darien.
Oh.
And the puck scoots past Jack Massey.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I mean, it's just another, you know, it's a little thing, kind of being nitpicky, but that's just not being ready for the faceoff. It came right to you. You got to make that play and keep it in.
Here comes Xavier. Matt Krause over to Lynch. There's Krause. McDevitt behind the cage. I'm sorry, Buckley behind the cage.
We're back to even strength here, just under 5 minutes left. And yeah, it's, you know, for the 2 goals, we've only had 5 shots on goal.
That was a bouncing puck there. Dangerous shot by Jonathan Ford. He already has 1 goal, looking for his
now
second.
6, that changed direction a lot. Almost caught Feifel off guard. Xavier's going to take one for a hit to the head here, I believe.
So Xavier now takes a penalty. And you're exactly right, Bill Kirby.
Well, it's become
That's why you're here.
Point of emphasis the last couple of years, and you know, you don't want the kids hitting up high. It's dangerous. There's too many concussions, and despite the advancement in equipment, you know, that's something they still haven't been able to lick yet entirely. So you want to protect the kids and keep the game safe.
Well, it's certainly come a long way since it used to be. Nice stop that time by Kellen Boutin, the sophomore goalie. Jake Wozniak started the game for Xavier between the pipes, and it's Boutin. And that's a goal for Darien. And Blake Swiggett.
Nice play by Blake there. Drove hard to the net, faked out his man, won the battle on the wall.
And a great
Drove
angle.
along goal line, extended there, and just kind of threw the puck on net. The goalie never really saw it. It kind of hit the defenseman stick or skate and popped in over his shoulder, I believe.
It did. It bounced over the goalie's shoulder and straight down. A fortuitous bounce for Darien and Blake Swiggett, as Swiggett
big.
has a goal. And so we're back to even strength now. So the Blue Wave getting it done on the power play, Bill Kirby.
Yeah, that helps. I mean, you want to if you can get your man up going, that's big. It gives you, you know, it gives you confidence, and you certainly, you know, you'll get 3 or 4 power plays a game in most high school games. So, to the extent that you can convert at an above-average rate, you know, I think Mac will be thrilled with anything north of 20, you know, 22, 3, 4%.
3-2, Darien leads here in the second period. Xavier began the period with back-to-back goals, and Blake Swiggett gives Darien the lead once again, as the Blue Wave led 2-0 after the first period. Xavier able to tie it up, and then the Blue Wave retake the lead on the Swiggett power play goal. Damian Andrew alongside the former Union College hockey star, Bill Kirby. So glad you could be with us on this Saturday afternoon. Wherever you are, I hope you're well.
Great day for hockey, as Badger Bob Johnson used to say.
Well, it's certainly not a day to be outdoors, that's for sure.
No.
At least in the Northeast. 3:27 now remaining in the second period. It's 3-2 Darien. Want to give a quick shout out to our DAF media production crew. Have not done that yet this game. Our director, Jack Roberson. Instant replay coordinator is Mackenzie O'Shea. Camera one, Sarah Bogdan. And in the penalty box, bringing you those nice ice level shots, is Trey Cahill. And all student volunteers, they do a terrific job on these DAF media broadcasts.
Darien's got to send someone to the box.
And it looks like it'll be C.J. Hathaway heading to the sin bin.
I'm not sure that I missed that. I thought it was on Gregory for flattening somebody in front of the puck. Had moved down to the Xavier zone.
So Xavier now goes back on the power play. A 2-minute interference penalty. And it's
Here we go, 2-on-1. We got an odd man rush if they can connect on it. Swiggs whiffed on it.
And the puck now behind the Xavier cage as Tom Lynch will bring it out over to Nick LeClaire, who wasn't expecting that. And here's Lynch across the blue line into the Darien zone. Xavier gonna look to set up shop here.
That pass was just off the mark a little bit. Puck popped into the neutral zone, and now Xavier's attacking again. Yeah, but as I said a minute ago, I mean, there's a bunch of great college games today. We're marginally paying attention to the Michigan-Notre Dame game, which is taking place at Notre Dame Stadium outside right now. Michigan's up 3-0 on that. And of course, you've got the World Junior Championship tonight between the U.S. and the Finns. That should be a great game. That cuts on an NHL network at 8 o'clock. So for those hockey fans out there, make sure you tune in.
Nice stop that time by Henry Feifel. And of course, the Winter Classic, the NHL Winter Classic, played at Notre Dame Stadium this year. And boy, that was a real brilliant move, wasn't it, by the NHL?
It really is. And, you know, they bring back the retro sweaters. I thought both the Bruins and the Hawks looked great. Unfortunately, the wrong team won that game for this broadcaster, but Bruins are very good and deserve to win. The Hawks are going through some growing pains at the moment. They've gotten young quickly.
Bruins beating the Blackhawks in the Winter Classic this year at Notre Dame Stadium. Puck in front of the Darien net, and it scoots out.
Yeah, I think that was the largest crowd ever for a Winter Classic. They had over 75,000 there.
And we're back to even strength as Darien able to kill off the Xavier power play.
Xavier bench wanted a boarding call there, but didn't get it.
Or I should say kill off the penalty. The
that was big. You know, you'd hate to give up that tying goal in the last, last 2 minutes of any game really, but particularly in hockey, can be really momentum can shift there. So you have the lead, you'd like to hold on to it, kill it off, and now see if you can maybe grab one more marker here before we head off to resurface the ice after 2.
It is a great game. It's a game that you have loved for a long time. Obviously played it in college, and it is a game of momentum, certainly.
Well, it's fast, and I can't tell you when I was coaching youth hockey in Darien how many non-hockey parents came up to me over the years. Both young, coach both, young boys and girls, and parents on both sides I don't understand why little Johnny or Susie likes it so much, but they just love it. And I just, it's the wind in your face and moving so quickly.
Nearly another goal for Swiggett as he has the puck behind the cage.
Almost batted that one out of midair.
Blake Swiggett has been in the right place at the right time. this period. We've got a stoppage.
I think Blake's just going to keep getting better and better. He's a young man who's primarily played, he's a very good golfer, and I think wants to play golf at the next level. And stopped playing hockey, I think, after his freshman year to concentrate on golf. And so it's been a while since he's been on the ice, and so the more he skates, he'll get his legs under him, and his hands will get better and better. And I look for him to have a very productive season when it's all said and done. But it takes a while to get rid of the rust. It's not quite like riding a bike. Pretty complex game. Dayleader got flattened there on the forecheck.
Less than 10 seconds remaining here in the second period. 3-2 Darien, and it certainly looks like the Blue Wave will go into the locker room with a 1-goal advantage. So at the end of the second period, Blue Wave lead 3-2. We will take a quick break. You are watching the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Again, Blue Wave up 3-2 after the second period. We'll be right back.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday Night Lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA, to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
We are back here live on the DAF Media Network. Third period underway. Darien Xavier. Blue Wave up 3-2. Thanks for watching this Varsity Boys Ice Hockey live stream from the Darien Ice House. I want to thank everybody at the Darien Ice House for being so accommodating to us this season. They have been incredible as we have brought you a number of games here from the Ice House. And we are just underway here in the third period. Darien in the home white sweaters with the blue pants. Xavier in the black. And the glove saved by Henry Feifel right off the bat. And Darien will be moving from left to right here in this third period. Xavier from right to left. As we mentioned in the second period, a great atmosphere inside this barn in Darien, Connecticut. The Darien student body out in full force here. Number of Darien High School alums in attendance, back for the break from college. And here comes Darien, little 2-on-1 here. Swigget, and a nice defensive effort that time by Tom Lynch of Xavier.
It lost our structure there on that 3-on-1. Unfortunately, didn't get a shot off. But good idea by Swigget, took it wide.
He was looking for C.J. Hathaway. We'll have an icing call here, 3:48. A little over a minute into this third period.
Well, I'd like to see the Blue Wave come out with a little more energy here in the second with a 1-goal lead than they did, in the third than they did in the second. They were a little flat there coming out of the dressing room after the first intermission, so hopefully they've got a little more energy here to finish this one. You know, again, we talked about it, I think, a few weeks ago, Damien. You know, with such a short season and small schedule, really, relatively speaking, with 20 games, you know, they're almost, each game's almost like a playoff game, really, in terms of state seeding and getting W's in the FCAC. So, you know, this is a big one for both teams. Looks like day leader's going off for what'll be cross-checking or any interference. Pasa up, no, he's giving him a trip. So Xavier back to the power play. We'll see what happens from
Day leader heads to the box, and it'll be interesting here. Xavier came out really strong in the second period after being a little flat in the first. Darien jumped out to that early 2-0 lead, and then Xavier back-to-back goals to start the second period, and Darien was able to retake the lead on a late power play goal by Blake Swigget in the second period. So now Xavier goes back on the power play. Nice block that time by Daniel Lowe. Feifel brushes that aside.
I think that one was going wide, but better safe than sorry in that instance.
Luke Lappy with the puck here for Xavier as he circles around. Gets it to Chase Maxwell, and Feifel does in fact cover that one up. 12:10 left in the third period, 1:15 remaining on the power play for Xavier.
Xavier's working the puck down low nicely, almost setting up a reverse umbrella with 3 guys behind the net at times. Unique structure. We don't see that terribly often.
Nice effort that time by Bennett McDermott to clear that puck. And here comes the Falcons.
I didn't know any better. I thought we were watching a Providence-Yale game out here.
Well, interestingly enough, I was referring back to my notes from Mac Budd before this one, and Xavier's head coach, Nick Costanzo, was an assistant at Yale for a time.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did not know that. No, both. I love both uniforms, and these actually are a replica. The Darien's and a replica of Yale sweaters.
Yep.
Certainly looks like a close replica of what the Friars
Sure.
wear up in Providence.
Your buddy Nate Lehman doing a terrific job as the Friars head coach.
Yeah, he's a class act and a great hockey coach, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the NHL one day. Actually, Coach Drops is up watching the Miami-Providence game tonight, as a matter of fact. His youngest daughter, Kiki, is a freshman up at Miami University. They're visiting the Friars this weekend, so I think the Tropsa family is up there in,
that's awesome.
In force tonight.
That's awesome.
Providence got the win last night in the two-game set, 4-2, I believe, in a well-played game, and it was 2-2 after 2.
That puck flies into the stands. 10:22 left in the third period. 3-2 Darien holding on to that 1-goal lead here.
That almost clipped Dave Condon, actually, if my eyes aren't deceiving me.
It looks like everybody is okay in the stands, but yeah, that...
Father of former captain Harry Condon down at Miami University, playing club hockey down there.
Number of Darien High School hockey alums in attendance this afternoon.
Yeah, it's the boys always come back, and a couple kids will typically skate over the holidays with the current team, which is always fun for everybody. And nice clear there by Bradley.
And here comes Jamison Moore. It's taken away by Jonathan Ford.
Nice defensive play. Good forecheck there by Bradley and Erickson. Well, I'd say nobody really, we've just gotten through that first 5-minute segment that we talk about, and it's pretty level right there so far. Nice play by Moore, getting Darien's first shot on goal of the period. You just want to keep the shift short here if you're Darien, and really just, working hard at all 200 feet of the ice. Stay out of the box, not give them a chance to take advantage of any miscues.
Kellen Bouton back in goal for Xavier. He did not start the game, but he played the second period, and he is back out there between the pipes here in the third.
I didn't think either of those first 2 goals were weak by any stretch, but maybe after that timeout, just coach was trying to just spark the team a bit, which coaches will often do by changing a goaltender. Not really their fault per se, but sometimes it forces guys to take a look in the mirror and work a little harder.
There's Hathaway. And so fresh legs on the ice for both teams. 7:57 remaining in this one. We are in the third period. You are watching this live on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Tom Lynch with the puck for Xavier. Here's McDevitt. Tried to center it, but a nice defensive effort by Dayleader.
Yeah, nice play by both teams right there. It's good. Good puck possession by Xavier, and good defense. They manned up well there. Yeah, we're at the halfway mark here, and we don't have only 5 shots on goal combined by both teams.
Here comes Xavier as Chase Maxwell skates in, but he just couldn't get a shot off. Tried to go backhand, Bill.
Yeah, he got hooked a little bit. That was probably close to a penalty shot, although he certainly didn't have a full step on anybody. But good hustle by, again, by both teams. White getting back and Black by busting up the middle there. So as soon as I said Darien wanted to stay out of the box the rest of the game, they, of course, are a man down here.
They take a penalty, and they'll be a man down for the next 2 minutes. 3-2 Darien, clinging to that 1-goal lead. 7:15 remaining. It's a hooking penalty on Luke Johnston. I'm sorry, on Albert Leon.
Nice play by Swiggett there in the neutral zone, a poke check.
Swiggett whiffs on the shot. Matthew Stein chases it down in the corner. Xavier sets it up. Nice block by Swiggett.
All right, you're approaching a minute here on that. Good kill so far. No shots on goal. Nice work by Moore on the wall there.
And a nice clear by Sean Bradley. We are under a minute remaining in the Xavier power play. 6:09 left in the third period. 3-2 Blue Wave. There's Lynch, the sophomore defenseman, trying to get off a shot. And a nice takeaway that time by Bradley.
Had a chance for 2-on-1 there. Bradley couldn't make a clean pass.
And there's a nice stop by Booten.
Bradley's gassed here. He's got to get off the ice. He's got nothing left after being out there for almost a minute on the kill.
And Darien will kill off this penalty as we are back to even strength.
Bradley could barely climb the boards there. He was so tired. Oh, Jesus.
And that will be a penalty on Darien's Jack Massey, the junior defenseman. So they kill the penalty, and now there'll be a man down once again.
Yeah, it's tough on your penalty killers, killing back-to-back penalties here.
.452 remaining here. We have a stoppage. It'll be an offensive zone face-off for Xavier. And they are on the power play for the next 2 minutes. Feifel covers that up.
I mean, Xavier's done a nice job when they've been man up tonight, possessing the puck, but they've kind of kept it on the perimeter and really haven't pressured Feifel a whole lot with their power play. They've possessed the puck, but they've kind of been forced to the perimeter and not had a lot of quality opportunities thus far. Hopefully it stays that way for the home team.
Here's Nate McDevitt with the puck.
Stein blew a tire in the corner there, but back up. Nice play by Gregory. Smartly ices the puck. All right, so you got 30 down. Now you got another minute and a half to kill.
Here comes Xavier.
Nice defensive play there by Stein, just staying with his man, playing the body. Oh.
And that is a goal for the Falcons as they tie it up on the goal by Chase Maxwell.
Yeah, that was kind of that three-man game we've talked about, Damian, below the goal. They had that kind of reverse umbrella going and got a great backdoor look there.
As we take another look at it, Maxwell all alone. And he finds himself a goal, puts it in the back of the net, goes high, and had a wide open look, Bill.
Yeah, nothing Feifel could do on that.
McDevitt gets the assist, and it's a 3-3 hockey game with under 4 minutes remaining.
It's just a little undisciplined by the Wave. Taking 2 penalties in the last 5 minutes of the third period when you're up a goal is playing with fire there a little too much.
As the Darien Ice House got very quiet after that one. And the shot, and it's good. Sean Bradley blasts one. And he gives Darien the 4-3 lead.
Huge mistake by Buton there, coming out to play the puck. He put it right on Bradley's stick. All he did was fire it in an empty net.
Bradley just inside the blue line, and he had some heat on that one.
Yeah, well, as I said, the net was empty, so yeah, that's a play I'm sure the Xavier goalie's going to want back. He probably just comes out and freezes that, takes the whistle in your zone.
So under 3 minutes remaining, we'll see what happens here in the final 2:38. Some physical play here late in the third period between these two. Again, it's 4-3 Darien after Xavier scored the equalizer. The Blue Wave retake the lead on a Bradley goal. Nice block that time by Dayleader. You have to be impressed with the way Xavier has rebounded in this game, though. Down 2 goals early, like you said, they tired legs, maybe making the long trip down here from Middletown, and got off the bus a little bit flat. But boy, did they regroup in the second period, tied it up at 2, and were able to tie it at 3. And we'll see what happens here in the final 155 of this one, as they'll have an offensive zone face-off, but certainly no quit in this Falcons team, that's for sure.
No, they got to be the best 1-5 team in the state right now. Again, we talked about the tough schedule. With the rain, that's probably a 2-hour bus ride tonight coming down from Middletown. You never know what 95 is going to give you, but my guess is I'd be willing to take a bet that was every bit of 2 hours, and that's a long time. So as the game has worn on, I mean, they've outshot Darien in the second and third period so far. Not by a lot, but I'd say they've outplayed them a little bit in the last 2 periods. It's that 2-goal stanza, margin that the Wave finished the first period with is the difference right now.
That was a great line. You never know what 95 is going to offer up, that's for sure.
I mean, my brother lives in Westport. I think it's 12 miles, and sometimes it takes 15 minutes, and other times it takes an hour.
That's right.
you know, awfully hard too for coaches to plan with travel like that. You just need to allow extra time, and you often get there, you know, quicker than you think, and you have some downtime, but you don't want to come in late, have the kids rushed, you know, not being mentally prepared or physically ready to play.
Lynch, that sails over the crossbar. .105, a stoppage here.
No, it's been a good game though, and as you say, certainly in my mind, you know, Xavier's played, you know, really well after digging themselves a hole out of the gate.
There's Bennett McDermott with the puck.
I don't think he knew the goalie was out.
So it's under a minute remaining in this. Xavier has pulled its goalie. And
that was close.
That was dangerously close if you're a Darien fan. The cage comes loose. 46 or 40.6 seconds remaining in the game. And that puck is covered up by Feifel. Feifel seeing some shots, Bill, after
quiet first period, but you know, I guess he's given up 3, and by my count, that was their 16th shot. So not a heavy night's workload, but
enough to get back into the flow of things after having the last game off.
Well, you want to give him a rest when you can. You'd like to get Schofield in there for a few games, if possible. All right, looks like the Waves.
So the Wave will end this game here, a man down. 26.9 seconds remaining. Sam Erickson takes a penalty, so he'll be in the box. And Xavier will get an opportunity here.
We'll play 6-on-4 here, unless a goal is scored.
6-on-4 as the Falcons have pulled their goalie, Boutin. That's a stop by Feifel. Tough angle that time on the shot by Jonathan Ford, who does have a goal in this one. Under 10 seconds remaining. And that will do it here from the Darien Ice House as the Blue Wave will hold on to win 4-3. A back and forth game in the second and third periods. And a victory, their second straight for the Darien Blue Wave after that shutout loss to Greenwich over the holiday break. The Wave are now 2-0 in the new year, Bill Kirby.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, moved to 4-2, I think, on the year. And, you know, I'll be curious to see how Greenwich plays going forward. That's obviously a nice win for them over the Wave at the outside, I guess the Winter Classic they call it. But no, Xavier's a good squad. They're going to get better. Again, they've played a great schedule, and they certainly gave Darien everything they could handle tonight.
Well, you said it best. You hate to say it like this, but probably the best 1-6 team in the state of Connecticut. They're just a brutal schedule, and haven't played too many games in their own barn. And
no, it's admirable the way the coach has structured it, and you know, aside from prep, I don't think anybody's played that kind of schedule. So hats off to the Xavier program for scheduling those out-of-state teams, and that's how you get better. Those games will pay dividends down the stretch, without question.
No doubt.
They'll be a good good program when March rolls around.
Give a shout out to our DAF Media production crew, Jack Roberson, Mackenzie O'Shea, Sarah Bogdan, and of course Trey Cahill doing a great job in the penalty box. And Bill Kirby is going to get out of here. Bill, thank you so much as always. I know you've got some hockey to watch.
Yeah, we got to catch the rest of that
afternoon.
Notre Dame-Michigan game. I think Notre Dame just scored, so we're going back to back.
For Bill Kirby, I am Damian Andrew. This has been a presentation of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Once again, the Blue Wave beats Xavier 4-3 here this afternoon at the Darien Ice House. Have a great rest of your weekend, everybody.